Hey guys, how's it going? It's Molly. I'm here today to do a try new makeup video. I have quite a few new products in front of me, things that I've just been kind of grabbing here and there as sales happen or freebies come. A couple of these were actually free gifts with purchase from Ulta. So I figured I would jump on here and try them out on camera, let you guys know what my first impressions were. I don't think any of these are like new to the market products though, which is maybe a little unfortunate, but couple of them are newer to the market, like within the past 6 months. And there are things that I haven't seen reviews of personally. So I don't know if that means that there aren't that many or if it just means that I have not seen them. But, okay, so let's just get started. I'm going to prime my lids. I don't have a new eyeshadow primer. It's just my usual Urban Decay Eden eyeshadow primer potion. So nothing new. Okay, so my eyelids are primed. For eyeshadow palettes, I've got the Juvia's Place Queen palette. It looks like it's a collaboration with Fumi. I don't know who that is. I probably should check that out. But this is what the palette looks like. These pans are massive. The Juvia's Place pans are just so large. I mean, if you compare them to these Tarte pans, it's crazy. Anyway, I'm using the Tarte palette for a mirror. Okay, so I'm just going to do something fairly simple today. I'm going to use this as a transition. I'm going to use this red to deepen up the outer V, and then I just want to use like the champagne color on my lid. So nothing crazy, but that is what we're going to be doing. And I'm not setting my eyeshadow primer. I go back and forth on whether or not that's a great idea or not. Okay, then I'm taking the red matte and I'm placing this on my outer V and blowing that up into the crease. I honestly wasn't sure about the color story of this palette when I first saw it released, but I did see some looks that used this palette on Instagram and they were absolutely beautiful. So I don't know that I'm talented enough to recreate any of them. And this I don't think was one that I saw. I don't know. But I am really liking these mattes. They're blending very well. Wow, that's intense. Okay, oh boy. I'm just gonna take that champagne shimmer shade on my finger and press this on my lid. My gosh, this is an amazing shade. It's really pigmented. It's not dry. I hate dry shimmers. This one's nice and like dimethicone-y. It's gonna stick where you put it down. I like it. Okay, to get the very inner corner, actually, you know what? I am gonna go over this with a brush also, with the shimmer on it. Just because a brush can easily get into the kind of nooks and crannies of my eye. Got a little low with the... So far, I'm really liking what I've used out of this today. I felt like these two mattes blended really well. This is a gorgeous shimmer shade and I'm excited to play around with that some more and try out some different looks. I mean, it is like a smaller palette and there's only so much that I'm going to be able to do with it, but so far I like it. All right, let's move on to my base. I'm going to be using the Tarte primer. I have no idea how much of this to use. So I'm just taking a little bit. It's very thick. I mean, I'm sure that you guys can tell that by looking. And I'm sure that most of you have seen this in action. I have also, I just haven't ever used it. So I'm only using this in this general area because that's like the only area that I have enlarged pores. This is a pore filling primer, and I definitely am seeing that it has filled my pores in. I think it's very smooth to the touch. It's got like a really silicone-y feel to it. And I'm just kind of pressing and swiping. I think that's the motion I'm supposed to do. Honestly, don't know. I don't have crazy pores on my nose. It's really just on the sides of my nose there. So that's the only spot that I'm gonna put that. For the rest of my face, I'm just gonna use a Becca primer, the First Light Priming Filter, because the foundation that I'm using is an old favorite of mine that I haven't used in quite a while. It is, and it's also not available anymore, you guys, I'm sorry. But actually, I think you might be able to find it on certain websites, but I just don't remember which ones. It's the Fiona Stiles matte foundation. When I first bought that, I was really into matte foundations. I thought that that was like the best look possible. Now I'm into more dewy finishes, but I figure I still have some of this left, so I might as well use it. I was going to use the Smashbox primer or foundation that I like so well, but it's way too dark for me right now. I don't know. I've just been, I mean, I know that it's frustrating to watch a YouTube video of a product that is not easily available, but here's the thing. I think it's important for YouTubers to remember they're real people. And I am a very small channel, and I'm not going to go out and buy a ton of new product all the time when I've got stuff that I should be using. Okay. It just, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this foundation anymore. I was all about it for a long time, but it's feeling, I mean, it's definitely a matte finish. Okay, concealer is just gonna be my usual Too Faced Born This Way concealer. Okay, so I did remember not to powder. I'm really happy. All right, I'm super excited to try this. This is the Serum blush. That's it right there. This might be, I don't know, we'll see. It feels really oily, but I don't know that that's a bad thing. It's definitely very liquidy. I'm gonna start with one drop and just see where that gets us. I'll use my mirror instead of my monitor. Wow, that is really pretty. It's really sheer, but I'm not upset about that. And I'm patting it out initially with my finger, as you can see. And then I am gonna go in with a sponge. I don't want too much of the product to be soaked up by the sponge. Oh my gosh, that's pretty. What's going on with my hair? So it's a very like subtle flush. All right, so that's one drop. I'm gonna see if I can build it up just for a slightly more intense finish. And I need to even things out because this side has more pigment here than this side does. I grabbed it by the lid and the lid wasn't screwed on and it knocked over, but thankfully nothing spilled out. So confused. Ooh, it's a little bubble. Okay. Ah, I need my mirror. I'm kind of surprised that it's not like moving my foundation around underneath. I mean, it feels like it would, but it's not. It's very interesting. Oh my gosh, I'm really... Okay, so you can totally build it up. Oh my goodness. Flipping love this. Oh my gosh. Okay, I mean, I know it's just first impressions. It could totally go to crap. But that's really pretty. Right? Wow. Okay. I'm running out of time. I can't just sit here and admire my blush. Okay, I'm gonna bronze probably just my forehead because I don't know. That's like sticky. That's gonna... I guess I should, before I like sing its praises, I need to know if it's going to dry down. So anyways, I'm just gonna bronze my forehead. I'm gonna avoid my cheeks for now. Maybe. Could maybe do my outer portion of my cheeks. Or maybe that's a terrible plan. Okay, powder. I'm just using my standard combo, which is the NYX HD Finishing Powder and Banana. I need to pat out my concealer though, because it did settle. I don't know if it's okay to powder over this blush or not, but I'm gonna give it a try. It's still tacky to the touch, so I don't know. Maybe I'll just powder my T-zone. And kind of avoid the blush area. Because I like the flush that it gives. Like it looks great. Okay, yeah, I'll just avoid that area. For highlight, I do have a new to me highlight. This is the Becca highlighter in the shade Prismatic Amethyst. It's this shade here. It's a nice, like, I don't know, very icy. It's got a purple kind of pinky reflect to it. So my son actually picked this one out. His birthday's in February, so anything with amethyst, he's like, Mom, you have to have this. And I have tried this before. I shouldn't say that this is not a first impression. Feels like it's kind of sticking to the blush a little bit, but I'm not mad about that. It's just intensifying the highlight. So, yeah, my blush is super sticky. I'm gonna go over it just a little bit with my powder brush just to help set that down a little bit, because I think that as the day goes on, that's going to bother me. I don't know. Because I can kind of feel that it's there, if that makes sense. Let me see. Okay, let's go ahead and tackle the lower lash line. I typically don't like using reds on my lower lash line because it makes me look sick. So I'm probably just going to buff this along my lower lash line and see how that ends up working. So I'm taking this kind of low just to add some additional dimension, and I'm making sure to connect it over to the upper lid area. Okay. So that's pretty simple. That's all that I'm doing for that. I'm gonna do my brows really quick off camera because I don't have anything new for that. Okay, I am back. I've got my brows done and I've decided I am gonna try the M Cosmetics liner. So does this have a specific name? It's the Illustrative liner. It's a brush tip in the shade Black. So I'm not gonna do a wing. I don't have time for that. I'm just going to line along my upper lashes and see how this goes. Man. It seems to be pretty nice. It's pigmented, which is good. I think it would be super easy to get a wing with this if you like that. I do usually like a wing, but just kind of in a hurry today, so I'm not gonna do one. But I mean, there's no drag. It's comfortable, it's pigmented, easy to use. You know what? I'm gonna do a little baby wing. Okay, so maybe that was a mistake. So I just have these like thick lines, but I think that definitely adds a little something to the eye look. I'm not upset about it at all. I am gonna fix the wing though, the baby wing. It might turn into a full-on wing at this point, but I gotta get down to do it. Okay, not the most attractive wings I've ever done, for sure. But to be fair, I typically use like a very fine brush and gel formula. I don't typically do wings with a brush tip liner like this. So that's just more like me, I'm not used to it. Okay, we're gonna do a couple coats of Essence Lash Princess Mascara because I'm obsessed. Okay, and then for lips, as part of the M Cosmetics holiday set, there is the Infinite Lip Cloud Mini in the shade Rose Nude and a True Gloss in the shade Mochi Mochi. So, we'll start with the lip cloud. Ooh, it's got like a chocolate. Oh, I like it when they smell like chocolate. This is a beautiful color. Dang. This reminds me of a formula that I've tried before, but I cannot remember what it is. Also, hang on a second. Also, the doe foot is one of those, I really like this kind, where it's got the little dip in it that kind of collects product. I feel like it's really a nice way to apply. Wow, that's really pretty. I feel like my ring light is kind of making it so you can't really tell that I have blush on, but I do. I'm gonna let the lip color dry down for a second, and while I allow it to dry, I'm going to use the Jane Iredale Pommisst hydration spray to just add a little bit of life back to my skin. Maybe. There's always this anxiety because when you're trying a new setting spray, because for me, I get nervous because I don't know what it's gonna be like. But this is nice. Okay. Wow, that's aggressive. Oof. And it has a scent. It's very fragranced. Ooh, very fragranced. I feel like oh my gosh, I think I just sprayed my face with Body Splash. I'm getting like some very like 90s Bath and Body Works scent. I'm not loving the fact that it's so heavily fragranced. Dang, is this for my face? Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, it says that it's used to set mineral powders. I didn't use any mineral powders, but I used powders. So hopefully it is not going to be a problem. It won't. I'm just kidding. All right. So the lip, it hasn't dried down. I don't know that it's supposed to. It's so comfortable. I don't know. So I had some lip balm on, so maybe that's why it hasn't dried down. I'm going to have to play around with that some more to see if it just doesn't dry down or if it does and it was just me. Okay. Now it's really not going to dry down because I'm putting a gloss on top. Oh my gosh. Shut up. I had heard really good things about their lip glosses. It is so comfortable. It's not sticky at all. It feels moisturizing, which my lips are super thankful for right now. Okay, so really quick, I'm gonna run through the products that I tried and let you guys know what my first impression is. The eyeshadow palette, I love this. I think this is a really pretty kind of diffused look. I'm glad that they're not super pigmented. I mean, they're definitely pigmented, but you can blow it out. They blend out really well so that you're not just stuck with color, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's fantastic. I'm excited to play around with this more. Juvia's Place has an incredible reputation for their eyeshadow formula. There's some issues with management, it sounds like, but that's besides the point. I'm not going to talk about it in this video. The Tarte primer. I like it. I'm not noticing a giant difference in the texture of my skin, but there's definitely a difference, if that makes any sense. Dang, this foundation makes me look old. It's settled into my lines here. Not loving the foundation. Anyways, that wasn't a new product. That was just reconnecting with an old favorite. What else did I try? The blush. I love this blush. It's still tacky, so I'm just not going to touch my face today, which I typically don't touch my face, but I'm excited about this. I know that on camera, you can't really see it. It's not showing up, but that's because I have a ring light going and that just kind of washes people out. But in person, it's just this gorgeous natural flush, and yeah, it's bomb. Eyeliner, I do really like this. It has dried down. It's completely black. There's not like a sheen to it. It looks gorgeous. I will be using the crap out of this. And I don't even typically use eyeliner, as you guys know. Lips, Seriously, you need to, I don't normally say you need these, but you guys, I think you might need these. This gloss is so hyped. Like some YouTubers like seriously hype this gloss up, and it is 100% worth it. Every single positive remark that is made on this gloss is 100% correct. It's ridiculously comfortable. I want to buy every single one of them. That's not realistic, but it's everything that I want in a gloss. I've been trying a lot of glosses lately. I feel like BoxyCharm just keeps on sending them, and they're all super sticky, and I don't like them. This is not a sticky gloss. This is a very comfortable emollient gloss, and I highly recommend them. I'm excited to play around with the lip cloud more because from what I could tell in the few minutes that I had it on without a gloss on top, is it feels incredibly comfortable. So super stoked on those. The setting spray, it's so fragranced. I do like what Jane Iredale stands for as far as like organic and sustainable packaging and things like that. In fact, I'm pretty sure you can recycle this bottle. Yep. So that's awesome. It's just so fragranced, and that bums me out. But at the same time, like I can't smell it anymore, and it didn't irritate my skin. So I think once you get through like the initial scent, it's fine. And I mean, I feel like my skin looks great aside from the fact that I'm wearing a matte full coverage foundation, and that's not so much my style these days, but that had nothing to do with the Jane Iredale setting mist. Okay, so I think that was everything. That was everything. Okay, so that is all that I have, and I just thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you're having an amazing day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.